Salutations and welcome to the farm. So it's baking season here on the farm, and lo and behold, I am out of brown sugar. Now it is a 40-mile round trip to run to the store for brown sugar, and it's so much easier to make it yourself. So I thought I would invite you into the kitchen today and let's make some brown sugar. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sugar container, my brown sugar container that I have here, and I have these little terracotta discs. Sometimes you'll find little terracotta bears for brown sugar. I have these little terracotta discs that I ordered, and they just help keep your brown sugar moist. So they've done their job. They did very well by my brown sugar throughout the past several weeks, several months. I'm just going to pop them in some water to rehydrate a little bit, and then we'll throw them into our new brown sugar once we get it all done. I've got the dogs in the kitchen with me today. So I've washed my hands. We're going to make our own brown sugar by hand. It's a down and dirty job, but it's kind of fun. And I think you'll find when you make your own brown sugar, it tastes better than the brown sugar you get at the store that are in those plastic bags. I've pulled the sugar out of my working pantry and I've put some here in this dish. This is 4 cups of sugar, and to that I'm going to add a half a cup of molasses. Now the molasses that I have is the molasses that I picked up during our Amish market haul. If you saw that video, I said that I had a special project for that, and that's what this is. I was planning on making some more brown sugar. So once you have your molasses added to your sugar, all you're going to do is start incorporating the molasses with your fingers into the sugar. Now I've washed my hands, I've removed my rings, and I think the trick is to just kind of pop that sugar over onto the molasses instead of actually getting your fingers into the molasses. See if you can coat it a little bit first. Dig a little well if you need to. Get some of that molasses down in there. And you can see that the sugar is already starting to incorporate with the molasses. Get in there with both hands and start working that molasses into your sugar. So I've been mixing for about 4 minutes now, and you just want to keep working that molasses into the sugar until it feels like wet sand. You can see how it clumps up like wet sand. And that's it. Now it's ready to go back into its container. So let me wash my hands. So I'm going to take my terracottas out of the water, just set them on a towel. We'll just pat them dry a little bit. They're going to do their job just fine. And now we're ready to add our brown sugar that we just made back into its container. You don't have to pack it in, you just put it in. In between layers, I like to add one of my little terracotta discs just to keep everything moist. This is going to make your chocolate chip cookies taste so much better. So much better than what you get at the store. Let's get every last little bit out of our bowl. Add our last 2 little discs. Pop the lid back on. And I've got a little bit more brown sugar to continue baking. Thank you for joining me here on the farm today with Country Mama Musings. I hope to see you again soon. Happy baking, and have fun making your own brown sugar. If you make your own brown sugar, leave a comment below. Also, if you have a stand mixer, you can do this in your stand mixer. You don't have to use your hands, but I think it's kind of fun.